Hey, what's up, everybody? Hope you're having a peaceful, productive, and a positive day so far. My name is Paul the Connector, and I'm going to go over 5 automated workflows that every business needs to have in 2025. So basically, you want to set up these workflows that help you automatically complete tasks and processes, reducing the need for any human labor at all. So right now, these 5 workflows that we're going to discuss today are lead generation, email campaigns, follow-ups, social media posting, and lead nurturing. So if you don't have these automatically set up, then more than likely you're doing this manually, step by step. So that's taking a long time for you to complete some of these steps that can be automated. So as far as lead generation, is basically just capturing information from people online, like getting their contact information, phone number, last name, email, all as much information as possible, so you can follow back up with these people who show interest in your products and services. Like I said, email campaigns. A lot of people are sending out emails one by one, or they're not sending out emails at all. So this process can be automated. You can be sending out thousands of emails every day to potential clients. So you got to remember that in business is a numbers game. So you have to increase your contact rate. All right, follow-up system. Like having an automated follow-up system is extremely important. So for example, if you go to a lot of networking events and you meet a lot of different people, you want to be able to stay in contact with them. So one of the best ways that you can do that is having an automated follow-up system. So at these events, if you get their email and phone number, then you can have a system that's in place that can automatically reach out to them the following day, and then get them to either visit your website or you can invite them to one of your events. You can do a number of different things once you got their information, but you want to have a system in place that automatically follows up with them. So it can be, like I said, the next day, 3 days later, a week later, it can be automatically set up in advance. So it makes the follow-up process a lot, easier, and you're able to stay in contact with a lot of different people at one time. Also, let's say social media automated workflows. So, like doing social media is like a job in itself. So if you're trying to do it all on your own, it's going to be very frustrating. So if you really can't afford to hire somebody else to handle your social media, then you want to automate the process. So scheduling posts, using AI to comment on posts for you on your behalf, and a lot of different other things. And then finally, we have lead nurturing. So like most of the time when people are interested in your product or service, they're not ready to make a purchase right then and there. So it's up to you to nurture them until they're ready to make a purchase. So that might be sending out emails, text messages, following up with them with a phone call, inviting them to one of your groups or communities so they can see all of your posts. You just want to stay nurturing them with constant value. So we're going to go a little bit deeper into 6 effective lead generation magnets for customer attraction. So before you jump into creating these lead magnets, you want to first have a clear understanding of who your target audience is, because you don't want to create these tools that they don't even want to use. Hey, that rhymed. So a lead magnet is something that's going to attract somebody to your product or service. It could be something like a quiz, an ebook, a webinar, maybe a free trial, discount coupons, or quizzes or checklists. Like, you want to think about it as you got to give something in order to get. So when you're doing lead generation campaigns, you're trying to collect their contact information. You want to collect data. So you want to get their emails, phone numbers, their name, their website, whatever information that you need in order for them so you can create lead campaigns. Because you can automate this whole entire process. As soon as somebody, downloads your ebook or they complete one of your quizzes or survey, then that will automatically enter them into one of your automated campaigns that you already created. So what will happen is, like I said, if they download like a checklist or a template, then they can automatically start receiving emails from you, text messages. If you want to, you can even pick up the phone and give them a call. So these lead magnets are ways for you just to get people interested in your product and service. And like I said in the beginning, you want to make sure that you kind of survey your target audience. You want to ask them questions to make sure that you're providing them with the best possible solutions. So for example, if you're like a chef or a cook, maybe you can provide them with like a recipe for them to download, and they can follow the steps. And in order for them to get that, they have to provide you with their contact information. Now that you have the information, you can start sending them more recipes, or you can start sending them different discounts that you have in your business. You can invite them to your events. So these lead magnets are just a way just to kind of bait people in to your offers. So start thinking about which ones you can create for your business. If you're not sure, you can ask your audience. You can ask ChatGTP to help you come up with some ideas to get you started. Okay, so let's talk about setting up effective automated email campaigns. So a lot of people will tell you that email marketing is not effective anymore, but we have closed some of our biggest clients from just sending out emails. So the trick is you just have to send out a lot of emails, and you have to have a database of leads in order for it to be effective. So, we send out hundreds of emails daily, the new people that we reach out to that come into the system. So, but before you start setting up these automated email campaigns, you want to make sure that you, like I said earlier, you want to have the understanding of who your target market is, because you want to make sure that they open and click on whatever it is that you're sending them. You don't want to send out emails and they're just getting ignored. So one of the first things that you need to consider is your subject line. So whatever it is you put in the subject line, it needs to capture their attention. It needs to kind of make them want to click on it and open it up to see what it is. So some ways you can you can call out their name. You can put something that's familiar to them. So you just kind of got to think about it. And like I said, when you have a clear understanding of who your target market is, you're able to, hone in on these things. You might can call out a pain point, something that's going to make them click on it. So the next thing is you want to personalize all your emails. So you want to make sure you send their name. You don't want to send an email that doesn't have their contact name in it, because it's going to seem too generic, okay? So make sure you personalize it. You can say something about their business. You can even mention something that you've seen about their business, maybe like a social media post. Just call out something that's personal, just to let them know that you kind of did your research and your homework into who they are. Also, make sure anything that you put in these emails, that they're valuable. Like, don't just send them an email just trying to sell them things. Give them valuable information. Give them some of your tricks and your secrets. Provide them with value that's going to actually help them. Whatever it is that they're trying to, solve in their life. Because ultimately, that's what that it is you're doing. You're providing solutions to people with problems. Also, make sure you have a clear call to action. A call to action is basically just telling them what to do, the next step in the process. Whether it is you want them to click on a button to book an appointment with you, or you want them to click on it to go to visit your website, whatever it is, make sure you call that out in your emails. It's extremely important. So this process, like I said, it can be automated. It's not that hard to set up. You can be sending out hundreds of emails every day to people that's your target market. That's in your target market. Okay, so let's talk about some of the benefits of having an automated follow-up system. So if you don't have a follow-up system, then you're losing a lot of opportunities. When I first got started, I was doing a lot of networking events, and it was hard for me to stay in contact with these leads that were showing interest in my business. I just didn't have a system in place, and I kind of had to do the process manually. So let's say I went to an event, I met 20 new people. It's extremely hard to follow up with 20 people the next day. So if you have a follow-up system in place, you will have timely communication, which ensures that all your leads receive prompt responses. Also, it increases your lead engagement. It keeps your potential clients interested. Also, it's time saving. Like I said in the beginning, like you don't have to manually follow up with each person. You already have a system in place that does that for you. So if you met somebody new today, then you can have a system that follows up with them. It can be 5 minutes later, an hour later, the next day, however you want to set up the system. So it also helps you with consistent outreach. You want to be able to maintain regular contact with your leads, okay? And it also increases the chances of you closing more deals. So at the end of the day, we all trying to close more deals. We're trying to get more booked appointments, but we have to have the right systems in place in order to do that. So having a follow-up system that you create will change your business drastically. So if you need help with setting it up, reach out to us, and we can definitely help put this in place for your business. Okay, how to set up social media automations. So, like, social media is a job in itself. Like, so if you're the owner of the business, then you shouldn't be the one responsible for handling your social media, because it takes up too much time. So if you really want to maximize the benefits of social media, then you should either hire somebody to do it for you, or you can automate the process. So what I like to say is, if you can't afford to delegate, then you need to automate it. So you need to start using scheduling tools that allow you to schedule out your social media posts in advance. Like you can spend like a day or maybe an hour or two just setting up your whole calendar for the month of social media posts that's going to go out. You can also use ChatGTP to help you come up with these content ideas. But you definitely want to start scheduling out your posts because you don't want to be responsible for sending out posts every day manually. Next, you want to use the content calendar to organize how you're going to send out the post as well. And then like you want to have some type of automation software that where you can you can set up multiple accounts. So you can schedule out things to go out not just on Facebook, but it can go out on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, X, on all the social media platforms at once. So just automating this process is going to save you a lot of time, and it's going to increase engagement with people who are interested in what you have to offer. So think about setting this up as soon as possible. If you want us to do it for you, just reach out to us and we'll get started.